right, hey Team Hot. Today we are making shrimp fried rice. Get a chance to see all of my lovely ingredients. We are going to make this at home, and it's okay, and it's delicious. So my pan is already hot. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my shrimp in there. My pan is on low. It does not want to cook fast. And I actually started with sesame oil. My apologies, this is take 2. You learn and you grow, honey. Learn and grow, child. Learn and grow. But this is a quick meal. You can do it if you have leftover rice. I did not have leftover rice, so I actually am boiling my rice right now. For those who do not know how to cook rice, number 1, use a cup of rice. It goes a long way. Rinse it twice. Let it sit in the water. Let that water off. That's great rice water. You know, nowadays they're telling everyone that they can use that for their hair. Dang, I should have did that. Could have deep conditioned my hair with that today. I always forget when I do it. And then you put it into your pot. You put a top on it typically. Let it cook for 12 minutes. And actually, now we're going to just do a little light salt, a little Lori's, a little garlic, a little onion powder. And you see I'm keeping it up high so that it can spread out and disperse. Do not over season your food. You still want to know that it came from the what? Sea. And that sesame oil is going to give it like a really good flavor. I'm going to let you all see this. See, it's turning pink, kind of crunching up like a ball. That is what you want, okay? That's what you want to see, honey. That's how you know you are cooking your shrimp properly. Ooh wee, yes, honey. And I'm cooking it on low, and as you can see, they do not take that long. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, but not a lot, because remember, it's shrimp fried rice. It's not fried shrimp, okay? And I'm gonna add a little bit more salt to that for me. And if it's your first time joining me, I put turmeric on everything because it's healthy for you. It's anti-inflammatory. It does make things a little yellow, but since we are doing shrimp fried rice, it's not going to be a problem. Oh gosh, it's not going to be a problem. I'm gonna add a little bit more garlic. You know, you season it to your desired flavor. If I was making this just by myself, I would also add some red pepper flakes in there, but I'm making this for me and my mom, so kind of not gonna do that, okay? And my shrimp is almost done. Once it gets done, you're going to remove it from the pan. So go ahead and get you something clean to put the shrimp in. And again, if you've not used turmeric, it will make whatever it touches yellow. So just FYI. But it's really good for you. It's very healthy. I use it in every single thing I cook, honey. Everything. But yeah, you could like do a little lime juice on your shrimp. Make it like a little chili lime fried rice. Ooh, that just sounds good. Shout out to the Spice Suite. Can't wait to try the spice box. I'm just gonna give my rice a whirl because I don't have a top on it, but the easiest way to cook it, put a top on it, put a timer on for 12 minutes. But because I'm using this in this dish, I'm not gonna let it get as tender as I normally would because it's gonna go into the heat. So your shrimp is ready. You can turn your heat off and grab you something clean, honey, to put your shrimps on. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys see what they look like. Whew. Let's do it in the light so you can see it right, honey. Sorry for the movement. This is why we're doing this, so we can figure it out. And before it's done, I'm gonna add some sesame seeds, and that's just gonna kick that right on up. And again, you don't want to over salt this because it's gonna have soy sauce, so then that would just not make sense at all. So now you're gonna keep the same pan. Let's back you back up so you all can see. But I don't want my shrimp to drop, honey. That's not what I want, okay? Not what I want at all. And I feel like, there we go. And dip you down. The fun of a kitchen. One second, let me get the lighter. So now that I have relit the stove, I'm gonna turn it on low. I am adding right out the freezer frozen mixed bag. I typically do not do frozen items unless it's something quick like this. I like to use fresh ingredients, but I didn't want to take y'all through all that because that would have been like a lot. A whole lot. I would have had to like cut the corn off the kernel, and you all would not have been here for it, honey. Y'all would have been like, is this over yet? And I'm gonna add a little edamame. I don't know if that's how you say that, but that's how it's spelled. Shout out to Aldi's. I love their frozens. Not gonna use the whole bag. I'm gonna add a little olive oil just so that that does not stick. And then I'm gonna add a sprinkle of the sesame oil again, just so it consistently has that same flavor of the shrimp. And that is on low to medium heat. You want to cook it slow. It's frozen. It is not going to take all day. Did not unthaw those because it's not going to take that long. Go ahead and you got 2 eggs scrambled. I'm going to tilt you just a little bit so we can see all the magic that's happening here. And I'm going to just sprinkle a little garlic on my veggies and add a little bit more olive oil. Not a lot, just a little to coat the bottom of the pan so that it doesn't stick. And we still have that sesame oil in there, so it's going to have that flavor in the veggies. My rice is done. And it's nice and fluffy, the way that I like it. Let me let you all see the rice. Woohoo! See that? Good consistency there. Not stuck to the bottom. Boom. That's what you want to see. I did add some butter to that just so that it doesn't burn. And again, it only takes 12 minutes. Do not overcook your rice, please and thank you. So this is taking its little sweet little time. But when you start to see that glossiness, because they're frozen, that means they have been pre-cooked, okay? Just the FYI. But you do want to make sure that all the vegetables are thawed out in the heat. It should not take them that long. You could have done this with just peas and carrots and corn. I like the string beans, and I'll probably top mine off with a little broccoli later. But for the purpose of this, I just want to give you all a quick. The edamame, it's a nice little vegetable. Switch it up from the peas all the time, you know. But it's very tasty. Oh my God. Oh Lord, if y'all can smell that. I'm gonna take a little onion powder. Not heavy on anything because again, you're going to top this off with soy. So you do not have to do a lot of seasoning or salt because it's going to have its natural flavor, and you want to know that you ate vegetables, you know. Just saying. I'm gonna turn my heat up a little bit just to knock the frost off of some of these veggies. Apparently my freezer is really hot. I mean really cold. But you're gonna let that cook for about 5 minutes. It's been going for about 2, so we'll let it do about 3 more minutes. And then we will push those to the sides and add the eggs. This is a quick meal. You can stop calling a Chinese food restaurant. You don't need them, honey. You can do it at home. And it's something fun you can make with your kids that they can do and you can watch. Not them doing it alone. But that they can do and they can make, you know, cooking fun. You know, that way you don't have to do like the whole, oh, let's order out. By the time you done ordered it, delivered it, you wasted more money than you would have spent just going to the grocery store and outright buying it. You know? Hashtag, I'm just saying. And it's just better to cook fresh. My mother used to cook for us or for me because it was just me in the house, me and my dad. But every day we used to eat. And now that I'm older, I realize that is crazy that she was cooking every day like that. Like, what? McDonald's was not eaten in my house as a child unless it was a special occasion. Like, I used to sneak to the McDonald's though. But that wasn't until high school. And that's because we was having a very big debate about the level of chicken being cooked. It just messed with me and I've never been the same since. Never been the same since. So I'm going to let those sit for a little bit. Honey. And I'm going to just taste the shrimp because it's done. Oh my God. And that was fresh shrimp. Fresh cooked. Fresh shrimp. Deveined, cleaned. The poop to shoot was good to go. Because I rinsed it. I rinsed it off. And let it sit in water till I decided it was clean enough for me. But honey. And I would not usually be tasting the food, but I'm at home and it's my kitchen. So I can. Okay. You got a problem with it, see the peoples. I don't know who the peoples is, but they ain't coming for me. So now I'm going to sit this. Actually, I want to try this string bean. Because that one just does not look done enough for me. I'm going to let that cook for 2 more minutes. Turn that heat up a little bit. Because that string bean is not as done as I would like it to be. Not done as I would like it to be. And I'm going to just add a little bit more sesame oil. Because I probably added more veggies than I anticipated. But again, if it's no color in your food, what you eating? Oh, yeah, that did it, honey. And you can find sesame oil right in your local grocery store in the ethnic aisle, usually where you see other Asian-based seasonings and sauces. I have soy sauce. Then I have sushi soy sauce. It's a little bit sweeter, just a little bit. And then I have this sweet chili sauce. That's how I'm going to end mine. But that's just going to be for my personal plate. But you can flavor your shrimp fried rice really however you desire it. So now I'm going to move that over to the side. Actually, let's try one more string bean and make sure those are done. Not yet. And I'm just gonna do a little turmeric. That was the wrong one. Turmeric to the veggies. Just adds a little bit of goodness into it. Oh yeah, and it's a little heat without the feeling of something being hot. So it's really good. Alrighty then, honey. And so now I'm gonna push this over to the side because it's gonna still be cooking over there. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna taste another one of these string beans. It could also be because I'm extremely hungry. But that was good. Now, remember we were beating up that little 2 eggs? Actually, let me let that simmer for just a little bit more. I just want to brown those string beans. They are taking a little bit longer than I would like. But I still like to have a crunch in my food. But I don't want it. But I also have to remember I'm not cooking just for myself. I'm also cooking for my mom. And she likes hers a little bit softer than I do. You cook it to your desired level of taste. I'm just adding a little bit of olive oil so nothing sticks to the bottom. See? When you turn up the heat, that's what you got to be worried about. Which is why I cook it on low. Low, low. Low. Alright, now that's soft enough for me, and it's going to still keep cooking. Let's taste one more. Baby, let me tell you. I'll just add a little onion. But I'm not going to salt it because I'm adding soy sauce. So that would not make sense. And again, you can flavor or season your veggies however you choose. If you want to add some kick honey, I'm for it. You could add some basil, red pepper flakes. Do it up, honey. Do it up. Do whatever you desire. Now, we're going to add the eggs. And so you already had that oil in the bottom. I'll let you guys get a little closer. There we go. Just so you can kind of see the effect. And then we're going to just scramble those eggs. Scramble! Scramble, young boy, scramble. Yep. And you can turn your heat up a little bit. That's just gonna scramble. And it's okay if your veggies end up in there. You kind of want to avoid that, but it's okay. You know why it's okay? Because it's all going in your food, honey. But what I do need to do is add a little bit more oil under those veggies. Because I'm in this cast iron skillet, honey, and that thing is getting hot, hot. Okay? That thing is getting hot, hot, hot. Okay. So you're going to scramble your eggs until they are all the way cooked through. And remember, I only did 2 eggs because we're not making an omelet, honey. Just that. So, now I'm going to add my shrimp back. Add rice. See how soft and fluffy that rice is? Ooh. Yes, honey. I want all the goodness. And so now I'm gonna grab my sesame seeds and add that to my dish. And remember, we did not add a lot of salt because why? Because it's gonna have soy sauce. Come on, guys. A little soy. You don't need that much. A little goes a long way. And just so I don't get my food sticky, a little bit more that oil in there, that sesame oil. And now you're gonna toss everything together. Look at that. Look at that. Look at me. This is precisely why this is a demo cooking. So I can go and edit that out. But that's also why I need these headphones to be gone, but it's a work in progress. So now, ooh wee, honey. If you could smell what I'm smelling, if you could smell what the rock is cooking. And you see, you can add the soy sauce to your desired level. Oh my God. My God, my God. And now, only thing I'm gonna do is take my onions and chop that on top. And now we're done. I'm gonna add a little bit more soy sauce. Honey. Quick 20-minute meal you can make at home with your family. And you would have waited an hour to 45 minutes or 45 minutes to an hour at the Chinese food place. Honey, do it yourself, child. I'm telling you, and this smells so good. Just gonna taste a little bit for you. Ooh. Who ordering at the carry out? Not me. Honey, that's good. All right, see you all next time. Thanks for joining me. Excuse the fumble, the bumbles. We're a work in progress. Just learning and growing. Thanks for checking in. Team Hot. If you'd like to order, email Haute Society, HAUTESOCIETY 2011 at gmail.com. We do contactless deliveries if you're in the Chicagoland area. Thank you all. Stay hot.